Okay, suffer me this, a quick left turn into James Joseph Harbaugh, head coach, University of Michigan Wolverines. As you know, heading for the national championship game Monday night against Washington. Didn't really like Jim Harbaugh. But I must admit, over these many years, I have come to love Jim Harbaugh because I don't like him. I think Jim Harbaugh is the rarest. And I've told you this before. This quotation hangs on my refrigerator door from a long time ago Supreme Court justice named Felix Frankfurter. The quotation is, anybody who is any good is different from anybody else. Anybody who's any good is different from anybody else. Truer than true. Rare, mold shattering. Jim Harbaugh. How many good to great NFL players make good to great NFL coaches? You just don't see it. It just doesn't happen. Here comes Jim Harbaugh, a very good quarterback, and he shatters the mold because he's become an all-time great coach when you factor in both college and pro. College football is hard to coach. And similarly, it's very hard for college coaches to cross over into pro football. See Nick Saban, miserable failure. I think he's a really cerebral genius of a football coach. He can be hard on quarterbacks because he played the position at a high level. That's why so many stars can't coach. They're just too demanding. Why can't you do what I did? Because they're not you. Nobody's going to be you. And what superstar wants to pay all the prices you have to pay to stoop, to crawl, to recruit these kids? All the headaches now caused by the transfer portal and the NILs. It's just hard. It's one long headache. Jim Harbaugh is really good at it. Look at Jim Harbaugh now. Since that 8-5 and then that 10-3, he's gone 12-2, 13-1, and 14-0. He is, or was, 1-6 in bowl games, and the Michigan faithful queasy and uneasy about that going into Monday night past. But now he's 2-6 in bowls because he won the national semifinal in an instant classic of a game. Still get goosebumps talking about it and thinking about it because what a game that was. I don't want to rehash it all, but Blake Corum took over in overtime when I thought J.J. McCarthy couldn't, and he didn't have to. And it came down to one Jalen Milroe run, one call. There was a timeout, another timeout. Saban said we had 3 plays in a row called and changed because of the 2 timeouts. They just went with snap it to Jalen and let him run straight ahead. They hoped Michigan would blitz, bring pressure from all sides, and maybe hit a crease. No, he hit a stone wall, and that was that. And Jim Harbaugh is the favorite by 4.5 points to win it all. I believe he will. I think they'll win it by 10 points. Jim Harbaugh has shattered the mold. A former Pro Bowl quarterback becoming the best coach in college football after making a case that for a while he was the best coach in pro football. I don't really like Jim Harbaugh, but I love him as a coach.
I hope you enjoyed that video. You ready for more? Make sure you click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from the Skip Bayless Show. And don't forget to check out the full episode of the show wherever you get your podcasts by clicking the link in the description.